Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day-per-week wisdom and legacy building podcast. This is day 813 of our trek, and time for our Philosophy Friday series. Each Friday, we will ponder some of the basic truths and mysteries of life and how they can impact us in creating our living legacy. As we continue on this trek called life, sometimes we have questions about life. So our Friday trek is a time where we can Ask Gramps. Gramps will answer questions that you would like to ask your dad or granddad, but for whatever reason, this is not possible. No matter how old you are, I know that all of us would like the opportunity to ask Dad or Gramps questions about life in many areas. We will address areas such as finances, relationships, health and fitness, business and work, home repairs and renovations, seasons of life, spiritual and biblical questions, and any other areas that come our way. As your fellow sojourner and mentor on this trek that we call life, it is my goal to provide you with practical wisdom and advice about any area of life. It is crucial that I receive a constant flow of questions, so please submit your questions to Guthrie@wisdom-trek.com, and Gramps will answer them on our Friday podcast. We are broadcasting from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. In the United States, most individuals are gathering together their financial and tax-related documents so that they can prepare to file their tax returns. So the question for today is, Hey Gramps, I have completed my tax return and I'm going to get a sizable refund. How should I spend or invest this money? So today let's look at spend or invest. The first thing that comes to mind when I hear this question is, why are you getting a sizable refund? Yes, it's nice to get a big tax refund, but if it is because you'd had more money taken out each pay period than what was needed, then you loaned the government money all year long without getting any interest paid for the use of your money. The IRS does not mind providing refunds to individuals because it allows them to use billions, if not trillions of dollars per year without having any interest due. If a large refund is a regular occurrence for you, then my first recommendation would be to adjust your withholding so that you're not getting such a large refund. The objective should be to break even if possible. This will require that you are disciplined enough to set aside the same money each pay period and place it into a savings account where you can earn interest on it. Then you will have both the amount of money of your refund and at least a little bit of interest. Secondly, there is a big difference between spending and investing your tax refund. I prefer to have the mindset of investing in all things of life, whether it's money, time, talents, or other resources. When you invest, there is a multiplying effect of what you are investing so that you end up with much more than what you started with. For example, if you invest time in positively impacting the lives of others, then that time is multiplied many times over, as you will not only impact that person, but also everyone they impact. It is the compound effect, just like earning more interest on money that is already earning interest. When you have the mindset of investing instead of spending, this multiplication principle comes into effect. Here's another way of thinking about it. Say you had 100 grains of wheat. You could eat those grains of wheat to satisfy your hunger today, or you could sacrifice today and plant those 100 grains, which could result in 100 to 400 times what you started with. As with most things in life, it boils down to the laws of planting and harvesting. You have to be willing to sacrifice today to benefit on a much greater scale tomorrow. But let's go back to the original question. First, out of your tax refund, set aside a portion for charity work, such as your local church or food pantry, which will go to assist others that are in need. I would recommend at least 10% for this. Next, if you desire to use a small portion, say another 10% on personal pleasures, then set it aside. Even that can be an investment in some rest and relaxation time, like a movie or a dinner out. So that leaves us with 80% left. Set aside another portion to supplement your emergency fund. This is for unexpected expenditures, which we all run into, such as medical expenses, home repairs, car repairs, and a myriad of other issues. Let's set aside 20% for that. The remainder should be invested or saved into something that will help you to build your dream. This could be for home repairs that are needed but have been put off. It could be a set-aside fund for a future family vacation so that you don't have to borrow money for that. Another idea is to invest in improving yourself and your family. This could be books to read or to learn from. It could be learning a new skill to keep up with the ever-changing job market. It could be a set-aside for starting your own business in the future, which will allow you to grow your net worth exponentially. Of course, if you currently have credit card bills or other loans, the best investment would be to pay those down or off so that you're not paying high interest rates. Always be thinking like a farmer. Where can you plant your tax refund to harvest a maximum crop in return? Whatever you do, don't allow your refund just to flitter away like a darting swallow. This happens all too often. Be intentional and be planting the few seeds that you have today so that you'll reap a harvest of abundance tomorrow. In this way, you will enjoy the abundant harvest so much more than the few seeds that you initially plant. Here's a couple scripture verses that will help us to put this into perspective. 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 6. Remember this, a farmer who plants only a few seeds will get a small crop, and one who plants generously will get a generous crop. And James chapter 5, verse 7. Dear brothers and sisters, be patient as you wait for the Lord's return. Consider the farmer who patiently waits for the rains to fall in the spring. They look eagerly for the valuable harvest to ripen. Next week, we will have a different question to Ask Gramps. Gramps will answer any questions you may have about life and will provide you with practical wisdom about any area of life. Please submit your questions to Guthrie at wisdom-trek.com, and Gramps will answer those on our Friday podcast with wisdom and philosophy that Gramps has gained over the years of experience and study. I know that you'll find these insights interesting, practical, and profitable in living a rich and satisfying life. Our next trek is Meditation Monday, where we will help you to reflect on what's most important in life. So encourage your friends and family to join us, and then come along with us on Monday for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. If you'd like to listen to any of the past 812 daily treks or read the associated journals, they are all available at wisdom-trek.com. You can also subscribe at iTunes and Google Play so that each day's trek will be downloaded to you automatically. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you on Monday.